What's up, guys? My name is Cooper and I'm doing a Phasmophobia guide. We are starting from the ground and building our way up. So we are going to be starting today with a training video, but this entire series will include everything that you guys could need. Training, tiered items, we'll go through all the ghost behaviors, if you want to do apocalypse runs, how to do customs, things like that. Anything that you would need to know about playing Phasmo. We are going to start a guide series on this whole thing. So today, we're going to start out with something simple, something basic that everybody needs to know, and that is just the training. Did you know the training exists here? Did you know it was updated with the new release? It sure is. So we're going to hop into the training, and we're going to see what we got here.
Welcome to your first day at Ghost Hunting Distribution. Read the whiteboard to get started.
I like that. I like that they said read the whiteboard because it draws your attention immediately here and you sit right in front of it. So welcome. Here at Ghost Hunting Distribution, we'd like to welcome you to our training facility. To start, grab the flashlight behind you. We're going to grab it right away. You can toggle the flashlight with use if equipped or special if it's in your inventory. Now, if you look over here, special, it says T. I don't know why. Oh, okay. It actually physically doesn't use when you press T, but you can still hear it trying to use. So I actually have to press right mouse button when it's in my hand, and then T when it's not in my hand. You can toggle the flashlight with you. Oh, we read this one. You can cycle through your held items and change which ones you are holding. You can carry 3 items at once. So let's see over here. Does it tell me? So cycle is Q. So Q is cycle. You can also use your scroll wheel for that. When you are ready, grab the key at the right, then interact with the keypad to the left of the door to open the truck and move the next section. So let's see here. So to interact, you use mouse button 1. To use, you use mouse button 2. Grab is E. Place is F. Drop is G. So I just dropped it with G. Journal is set to J. Mine is actually set to tab, so it didn't update for me, but that's fine. Crouch is also C, and it's a toggle crouch. All right, so let's go in. Let's pick up this key with E. You can also, if you open your journal, which is usually set to J when you're first starting, again, I have mine re-key bound. If you go to the pause menu, options, and control, you'll see where you can change all of your controls right here if you want to. Now, the controls that I personally recommend that you change right off the bat are journal, because journal being on J is just so far away from the WASD keys. It's just kind of not feasible if you ask me. So I like to put it on tab. I also put global push to talk when I'm playing in multiplayer on spacebar because it's so much easier. And then I have my local push to talk on my mouse. I have it on a key on my mouse button. You can leave it on B, but it's not my favorite. Yeah. So global's usually on B and local's usually on B. So let's go ahead and continue now that we've got everything re-key bound, and let's see what we got here. Ghost room. Your first goal when entering the haunted location is to find the ghost's favorite room. This is a room where the ghost will spend the majority of its time. To find the ghost room, look for opened doors, items that have been thrown, or sounds coming from that area of the location. When playing higher difficulties, ghosts can change their favorite room when wandering. To open the door, interact with it and move forward. So again, when interacting, you just have to click on it, just left mouse button, and you push open. All right, so let's take a look here. Room 1. What do we have here? We have a journal here. So things for the ghost to interact with. So here's room 1. And room 2. Okay, so the ghost is in here. Did you see that fly across the room? Yeah, I'd say the ghosty is in here. What else did it throw? I just heard it throw.
Head through the door to the next section.
Yeah, there it is. That also got thrown. So that's what we were looking for. All right, here's room 3. Yeah, we know the ghost room is over there. So anyway, now we need to continue. Let's see, what is this? Sanity. Each investigator has their own sanity level represented in the truck by a percentage on the screen. This one right here. So you have your average sanity amongst the 4 people, or maybe 3 or even 2. And then your average is obviously going to be your own sanity if you're playing in single player. But when playing in a team, you will also have an average sanity level. Several things can lower your sanity. Standing in the dark, ghost events, and abilities. Usually the ghost events need to touch you. So if they've touched you, they will lower your sanity. If they don't touch you, they don't generally lower your sanity. You can restore your sanity level by using sanity medication. Try drinking one using a bottle below. It'll take a few seconds to replenish. Try it out. Grab one below and use it. You should see your sanity increase on the screen to the left. Sanity medication will have a different amount of restoration depending on the difficulty you're playing. So for example, if you're playing amateur, your sanity I think is restored by 40% on amateur. I think it's 35 on intermediate, 30 on professional, 25 on nightmare, and 20 on insanity. I believe that's what it is. If I'm mistaken, please somebody let me know. But anyway, so we have Insane Away. Let's use it. That sound is so good. Is there a smiley face on the back? Excuse me?
Good job.
And then look, we'll watch our sanity slowly go up. And if I remember correctly, with this particular tiered medication, because this is a tier 1 medication, it goes up over the course of 30 seconds. So you have to wait like 30 seconds before you're fully sane. But we should get to 100 eventually. It's going very slowly, but we're gonna get there. We're getting there. Maybe? Nope, I think this is where it stops. But we can take another one. And it should go all the way up right there. Yeah, 100%. There we go. Let's go. All right, we got a flashlight still. Lighting. To keep your sanity stable, you should stand in a lit room, or in lit rooms or areas as much as possible. You can turn lights on using their switch. Aim at the switch, then interact with it. Each location has a maximum amount of lights that can be turned on at once. If you exceed this number, the fuse box will trip and turn off every light. So if you turn on too many lights, it's gonna break this breaker here. So you see these light switches here. It's gonna break the breaker, and you'll have to go back through, turn on the breaker, and then turn on your lights again. But not as many, because otherwise it's just gonna keep tripping. You can turn the fuse box back on by interacting with its switch. Try tripping the fuse box by playing with the light switches to the right, then turn the fuse box back on. So we're gonna turn on too many lights.
Well done.
And it broke the breaker. So now we'll have to turn the breaker back on. You'll notice that the lights are not on. We'll have to go back through and turn on all of the lights. Now this is different when you're playing with a ghost that turns off the breaker. So if the ghost just turns off your breaker, if you turn the breaker back on, your lights are gonna come back on. Notice how I turned it off and it didn't trip. When it tripped, all of our lights turned off, but when we turned the breaker on, the lights didn't turn back off, or didn't turn back on. So that's something to keep in mind when you're trying to determine whether a ghost turned off the breaker or if you tripped the breaker. You can also tell, like, these aren't the best switches for this. Usually in some of the houses, they actually have those ones that flip up and down. If you see your light switches are still up when the breaker goes off, that's when you know that the ghost turned off the breaker. If they're down when they used to be up before the breaker got turned off, you know you broke it. So anyway, let's move on. Hopefully that made sense. All right, electromagnetic fields. In a normal contract, you'll only need to find up to 3 evidence types, but for this training, we'll be showing you all 7. EMF spots are left behind on almost everything the ghost interacts with. These hotspots last for about 20 seconds and can be read with an EMF reader. Grab your EMF reader below, turn it on with use, and move it towards objects that the ghost has recently interacted with. So if you see it throw something, bring your EMF to it. If you see it touch a door, bring your EMF to it. If it looks like it turned on a light or turned off a light, bring your EMF to it. Some ghost types will have stronger EMF spots. If your EMF reader is displaying a strength of 5 or higher, this is an evidence. I love how they said 5 or higher. It's kind of weird with these ones because you can actually have it right at 5 or higher, but the other or the different tiered spirit, or I keep saying spirit box. This looks like a spirit box to me. EMFs, they will actually only stop at 5. But anyway, some ghost types will. Oh wait. This is evidence. Sorry, I just lost my spot. Open your journal by pressing the journal button. Click the evidence tab at the top of the page and mark EMF 5 as checked. This is if you have EMF 5. So if you go back to your journal, you go under evidence, say you have EMF 5 evidence, you're going to check EMF 5. Now you also have the option, and this is something that we can talk about again later, but you can click it again and you can cross out EMF, and then if you click it again, it'll clear it. So we're going to check it just for the sake of checking it. We're going to turn on our EMF and we're going to see if the ghost interacts with anything. We're looking for things to be thrown around. Aha!
Nice work.
There we go. And then we got an EMF 3. So you'll learn that thrown items generate an EMF 3. Touched doors or knocked on windows, things like that. Oh, there's another one. Those will generate EMF 2, but thrown items will always generate EMF 3 unless you have an EMF 5 ghost. Then it has an opportunity to generate EMF 5. All right, let's move on. So EMF 5, or EMF, it's pretty easy. Just basically you see something thrown, you bring the EMF to it. If you see something's been thrown, but maybe you didn't see it happen, or if you wait too long, the EMF will expire. Like it said, it's about 20 seconds. All right, ultraviolet. This one's really, really fun. Some ghost types will leave behind UV handprints on doors, windows, and even footprints on the floor if they walk into some well-placed salt. To find these, listen out for paranormal interactions on those objects, then grab your UV light. Activate it with use and shine it around, see what prints have been left. If you find UV handprints or footprints, make sure to note them down in the evidence page on your journal. And it's been renamed to ultraviolet. If you've played the game before, it used to be fingerprints. It's now just ultraviolet because it does also include footprints. Lastly, if you shine UV light onto a foot or a print for long enough, it will become charged, allowing you to swap to a camera and snap a quick photo for some extra cash. So, obviously this is what they look like. But if you go to take a photo of these without charging it, your photo won't count. So it is important to charge your fingerprints. Let's see. There we go. Will always be with you. This doesn't actually happen in the game, by the way. Oh my gosh. That door opening scared the crap out of me. But do you see these footprints? Do you see them? I don't know if we'll be able to charge them. Are we able to charge them? We're not able to charge them, but you have to charge them in a real game. So like if you just stand here and just wait for a little bit, you just wait and just wait. It'll eventually charge it. Once you put it away, it'll still be there. But you can also shake your glow stick, which I don't know if you're going to be able to do. I'm not sure if you're going to be able to do in the training. Oh, there's a fingy. Is there anything else over here? Oh, I didn't realize. We said don't leave. Oh, I love it. So fingies and footprints. Footprints used to be on every single ghost except for the Wraith. The Wraith just wouldn't step in salt, but now only ghosts with ultraviolet evidence are going to leave footprints. So it's going to be a little bit harder to take pictures here and there. But anyway, in a real game, your glow stick is going to dim over time, and if you press right mouse button, oh, there we go. We were able to do it. You can shake your glow stick for some extra light. All right, so let's move on. Freezing temperatures. Ghosts are known for making the area around them colder, but some ghost types will push these temperatures below freezing. When navigating around the location, you may notice your breath being frozen in front of you, visualized by a cold cloud of air. If you find this, it may be worth checking the temperature of the room accurately. To do so, grab a thermometer and walk into the room and check the temperatures as they adjust. You're looking for anything below freezing, which is 0 degrees Celsius or 32 degrees Fahrenheit. If you find freezing temperatures, mark it in your journal, which we forgot to mark ultraviolet, so we're gonna mark ultraviolet. But anyway, so we need to take these thermos. I have both of them in my hands, right? Yeah, both of them. So anything that is below 5 degrees Celsius is gonna show freezing breath. So that means that you actually do have to bring out your thermo and double check. A lot of the times when you turn on the breaker, the whole house is going to warm up, but your ghost room is still gonna have freezing breath because the ghost will lower the temperatures, but it may not necessarily indicate freezing. So we're gonna go in here and we're gonna drop a thermo in each one of these rooms. There are 2 more rooms, but we're just gonna have to wait. we're just gonna have to wait. Let's see. It's going down a little bit, but it's not going down fast. So I would be hard pressed to believe that this is the ghost room. I think this is probably going to be an ambient temperature room. And you know what? I'm going to throw it in here too so that it can just start doing its magic, because it has to actually be in the room and then it starts to drop. So this one also I don't think is going to be the ghost room. It's just not going down fast enough. It's been in here for a hot minute too. I don't know. Let's double check. We'll double check if that's not the case. Maybe I'm going too fast, but let me pick this up. Yeah, I mean, it's possible. Actually, this actually looks like the ghost room. It's going down. So anything below 10 degrees Celsius is usually pretty indicative of the ghost room. So I'm going to leave that here for just a little bit longer. Let's double check this one. This one is not going down anymore, so it's probably not this room. It's probably just at 10 degrees Celsius. Let's double check this again. All right, so it may not actually be these rooms. Maybe I went a little bit too quickly in the other rooms, so we're gonna double check these. We're gonna double check them, because why not? All right, it's getting colder. It's getting colder. So it has to actually pass the 0. So we'll have to, I'm gonna leave this here again. It just takes so long. These tier 2 or tier 1 thermos are actually kind of slow sometimes. Let's double check this one. No, this one's going up. So this is definitely not it. This is definitely not it. It's gotta be this room, right? Yeah, I mean, it's getting there. It can take a while. You can see how these like tier 1 ones are just not that great. But yeah, it's dipping below 0. This is the ghost room. This is the ghost room, and we have freezing temperature evidence. Evidence. All right, now we move on. Did I go the right? I did go the right way. Okay. Dot's projector will let us see things that normal light does not. Sometimes using this light will reveal a small flicker into the paranormal world. Several ghost types can be revealed with Dot's projector. All you need to do is find them, grab a projector, turn it on, and use and aim the light where you think the ghost might be. If you see a ghost silhouette appear, then you've found some evidence. Try to find ghostly apparitions in the room to the left. You can mark it in your journal. So the weird thing about this particular one, the tier 1 dots, it's a pen, and so you kind of have to, you can actually place it. This actually came with a new patch. You can place your dots pen, which is really nice. You can place it, and then you can watch and see if it does anything. You didn't used to be able to place it, so you'd have to kind of like pan the room and check to see if anything happened. This is a little bit of a tricky evidence to get with this particular tier 1 item, but this isn't exactly what the ghost is going to look like. But you see these figures here, you're going to see something very similar to that, just, you know, a little bit more detailed than these.
Good job.
Yeah. So when a ghost reveals itself in its dots form, it will walk towards the closest player if they're inside the same room. You can use this to get those particularly shy ghosts to come within range of your dot's infrared lights. So the ghost is more likely to come towards you. And I know there was a lot of speculation that banshees in particular will walk towards you. It seems like any ghost is gonna walk towards you. Banshees might walk towards their target more, I guess, is a possibility, but unless you already know that you have a banshee, you may not know that that's the reason they're walking towards you. But anyway, also what's nice about this is that dots ghosts, when you see a dots ghost like this and you snap a photo of it, it counts as your ghost photo. So that's really nice. But anyway, we shall move on. And we're gonna mark dots in our book. All right, ghost orbs. Often when filming paranormal evidence with a video camera, investigators have found unexplainable flecks of light that slowly drift across their footage. These have been named ghost orbs. To find them, grab a video camera and turn on night vision with use. During contracts, you can place the video camera down and view the camera feed from the safety of the truck. Search around the ghost room to find small flecks of light moving around. If you find one, mark them in your journal. So, something to note about placing your camera. You can place your camera, again, with F. I don't know if I said that with the dots, but you place it with F. So if you look over here, place is F. That's the default anyway, unless you change it. You can place it so that it points in a specific direction. However, if you do not place your video camera on a tripod, the ghost does have the ability to throw your camera. It can be like, ah, I don't want you to see where I am. I don't want you to see the ghost orbs. So keep that in mind, because that may be the case. If you're having a hard time finding ghost orbs, or if like your camera, you go back to the truck and you find your camera is just like tossed. Do you see that fleck right there? Do you see that fleck floating around? That is a ghost orb right there. We got them Orbeez. Wait, where'd it go? Where'd it go? Where'd you go? Oh, there it is. Did they have... they don't have the CCT or the CCT. I don't remember. Whatever the cameras are in the truck, so I can't place it and show you what it looks like. But basically, you would just put it down in a room, preferably in like the corner of a room, so you can see the majority of your room from your camera in the van. But this is essentially what you'll see, but on a bigger screen. So we're just gonna place that there, and we're gonna mark orbs in our book. And now we move on. Orbs will always be in your ghost room too, by the way. So if you ever see orbs in a different room and you're like, but we saw orbs in this room, you know the ghost room has changed. All right. Ghost writing. Some paranormal entities will interact with more objects than others. In several reported cases, ghosts have been known to write vague messages in books. If left long enough. To get ghost writing evidence, grab a ghost writing book and place it down somewhere near the ghost. After some time, the ghost will either throw the book or write in it. For the latter, note the evidence down in your journal. So, it's very important that you don't just toss your book. I completely did this the first time I did this training. You don't want to toss your book. You have to actually place your book. And if you notice, when I go to place it, do you see this like white circle that's around me? This is the area of effect. So if your ghost is somewhere within the radius of your ghost book or your writing book, it will have a chance to interact with it then. But if your ghost is outside of it, it's not going to interact with your book. So it may be worth having two books. So if we place one here and we place one here, it has a chance to interact in a greater radius. So let's wait a moment, because ghost writing can take a while sometimes. Sometimes you just have to wait for your ghost to do anything. There we go.
Well done.
And we got writing. I don't know if I can read this, to be completely honest. I don't know. It just looks like a bunch of scribbles to me. But anyway, that is ghost writing. All right, next up we got spirit box. EVP recorders, or spirit boxes, are radio devices designed to scan through different frequencies, possibly revealing some paranormal audio amongst the static. To use the spirit box, grab one below and turn it on with use. Make sure that all room lights in the area are turned off. Spirit box absolutely does not work with the lights on. Then you can ask the ghost questions in hope of a response. Try asking, "Where are you?" If you get a ghost response, or if you get a response, oh my gosh, the indicator will flash white, and you should hear a voice that's unique amongst the radio frequencies. If it flashes red, your question was heard, but you did not get a reply. Enter the next area to find the ghost's room and try it out. So let me pick this up. We're gonna turn it on. So now it's going through the different frequencies, right? So if you see, I can't really point to it, but just below, like on the main screen in the bottom right, you'll see there's a ghost and a microphone icon next to two circles. If the icon where the microphone is flashes red, that means your question was heard. But if you don't get a response, you just got to keep trying, because sometimes you have to be like really close to the ghost. If you're not within like the range of the ghost, or if the ghost like wandered away from you, it won't necessarily respond. So sometimes you have to do it a few times. But when we get a response on it, the ghost icon should light up, or the bubble next to the ghost icon. So we got to remember, we got to turn off the lights. Where are the lights here? Here we go. Oh, it just threw something at me. Where are you?
Oh, I'm far from there.
There we go. Okay, it's not necessarily flashing red. It was like a... Where are you?
Slips away.
Are you here?
Far from there.
Where are you?
It's far and wide.
So, because this is a tutorial, it's going to answer you every single time. But usually, sometimes it won't answer that many times, and you have to try over and over again. So anyway, moving on. So that was Spirit Box. So now that was all of the evidence. Now, hunts. During contracts, ghosts can initiate a hunt on you and your fellow investigators. These attacks will have a chance to occur once your sanity has reached an average threshold of 50%. Some ghost types may attack earlier or later than this. There are some ghosts that are capable of hunting you at 100% sanity, and there's some ghosts that aren't capable of hunting you until 35% sanity. So you gotta watch out for that, especially if you're playing on professional or a lower sanity or a lower difficulty. You have this board on any like higher difficulties. The board will actually be broken. You won't be able to see your sanity. So something to keep in mind as you're playing and looking at your sanity. Depending on the difficulty you're playing, you may have a setup timer, which is this timer here. This is normally displayed on a large LED clock in the truck, like the one to the right. This will stop your sanity going below 50% as well as prevent hunts. When a hunt starts, the exit doors will lock and the ghost will start searching for you. Turn off your equipment, hide in a locker, or crouch behind something that is tall and wait until it's over. Enter the next room to simulate a hunt. So, this is very important. You need to turn off all your electronics. This is an electronic for one. Glow sticks are not considered an electronic. Basically everything that we went through, the dots, the video cam, the spirit box, ghost writing's not an electronic. Your like the tier 1 thermometer is not an electronic because it's literally just like a, what are those thermos called? Those thermos have a very specific name and I can't remember what they're called. But anyway, like a mercury thermometer, those are not. Glow sticks are not, but your EMF reader is an electronic. So you have to turn off all your electronics or the ghost is going to hunt you. So if we open this door, you see how there's lockers? There's also something where you can hide back there. We're gonna go in.
Something's not quite right. You better hide, quickly.
We gotta hide quickly. We have to hide quickly.
That was a close one. Congratulations on completing your training. You can exit through the truck by interacting with the keypad.
You can also hide behind here as long as you turn off your equipment. They do not give you an opportunity to survey the area.
Something's not quite right. You better hide, quickly.
Never mind. I guess you do it multiple times.
That was a close one. Congratulations on completing your training.
So
You can
there's
exit through
also
the truck
a hiding
by
spot right
interacting with the
here.
keypad.
The ghost will not see you here. I'm ready. I'm ready for it. Do it again. Do it again. Is it gonna do it again? All right, well, we'll just leave. But anyway, if you don't hide, the ghost will find you. And if you don't turn off your electronics, the ghost will find you as well and will kill you. And that's not fun because then you don't really get paid. Enter the truck and use the keypad to exit. Let's do it. That's it. That's it, you guys. That's it for the training. The training is so much better than it used to be, by the way. It never used to tell you what to do during hunts. It did not tell you that you needed to turn off your electronics or anything like that. So it was perfect. It's perfect.
Welcome back.
So I really like the training. You guys tell me what you guys think about the training. If you have any questions about it as well, we're definitely going to go through a run. This video is probably long enough where we can stop here and call it quits, but I'll go through another video where we talk about all of the tier 1 items and how to begin in Phasmophobia. But I think that'll be it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you have any questions, again, leave them in the comment section below. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video.